Incredible evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? All right. It's on the heat press. I know, and you guys can't see me. You can just simply hear my voice, but that's okay because we're going to be going over to the heat press just momentarily. I'm going to do a little bit of work in Studio so you guys can see how I set this up. But what we are going to do this evening is we're going to do some rhinestone. Very simple template. Just to kind of give you an idea of using stones. And I'm going to show you guys a hack for some of the supplies when it comes to rhinestone. So I'm going to take this Christmas stocking and I'm going to put an S on it for my name. I'm actually going to do both sides of it in both styles, okay? So that's what we are going to do this evening for day 3 of the 25 days of Craftzmas. All right, as you guys come in, drop a hey, how you doing? Let me know who's watching. And also hit that share button, hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. So if you guys could do that for me, I would be greatly appreciative. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and add to the shares myself. And I'm going to go ahead and share this broadcast out. Just give me a moment to get over to the D.I.Y Crafting Network. If you guys are not familiar with what the D.I.Y Crafting Network is, this was something that was started, maybe like 3 years ago now. And it was the brainchild of the lovely Gucci Crafts. And she wanted to get a lot of crafters and creatives together who are great at what they do. And each day for 25 days, from the 1st of December until Christmas Day, we come on and we do a different project for you based on our specialties or just things that, hey, we wanted to craft and do ourselves. We've had some amazing things and amazing crafts over the past couple of years, which you can go over to the Facebook page, D.I.Y Crafting Network, and you can look at the playbacks of all of these amazing crafts, things from holiday dishes and holiday drinks and earrings and ornaments and stockings and gift boxes, popcorn last year with McGurr Tisha. So there's a lot of amazing crafts that are on the D.I.Y Crafting Network, and you can watch the playbacks, all of them for the past couple of years over on Facebook. Okay. And make sure that you do stay tuned for all of the other ladies that will be doing some things. So I know we have some, when I'm looking at the lineup, we have some personalized clocks on tomorrow. Then I'll be back on Monday. There are some stockings again. So some custom stockings on Tuesday. Then there is holiday ornaments with my girl, Ebony. And that was it. So that was on Wednesday because that the first started on the Thursday. So that's the first week. And then a post will be made with the rest of the lineup. All right. So we're going to go ahead and, like I said, share this out. So if you guys can just give me a moment to go ahead and share it out. Engage with me. Again, let me know who's watching. I'm going to pull you guys over here so that I can see who's watching while I share this out, because I wouldn't be able to see the screen. So day 1 was posted. It was with Gucci, and she did some Santa sats. There we go. And she designed them, I believe, in Canva. But yes, she did kick us off, and day 1 is up. You can watch it on the D.I.Y Crafting Network. You can go on her platform, Gucci Crafts, as well as her Gucci Crafts YouTube channel. All right, let me get this all shared out. Who here does rhinestones? So, we like to do everything 365. So, by a show of 3s, who here currently does rhinestones? Hey, just say. And then a 6, so do 365, if you have been interested in doing stones and you haven't quite gotten into it. So a 3 if you currently do rhinestone designs, a 6 if it is something that you have been interested in trying out. It doesn't have to be for business. You can be with someone that just wants to try it out, because I really don't make it a part of my business. I try not to even advertise that I can do rhinestones. I'm not big on the stones. So I see a few 3s here. Awesome, awesome, awesome. She put 333. Look, I love that. Lets me know you love doing stones. I thought I saw you doing a black shirt for Christmas, but I can't find it. What did I do? No, because yesterday I did day 2, and I did ornaments made from what was traditionally sublimation bookmarks, but I turned them into ornaments. So I haven't done any of them as far as like a Christmas crafts with those. So you probably saw it on my regular page where I was showing when I was designing a set of Christmas shirts for a client, but that wasn't a part of 25 days of Craftmas. So now we have a bunch of 6s, like, okay, I'm interested. I'm interested. All right. So we have some 3s mixed in there. So some more 6s, not quite doing it, but interested in some more 3s. Awesome. Okay. For those of you who currently do rhinestones, are you guys using sticky flock, or are you using a different type of like maybe hack and things like that? And for you, how is it pricey for you to do stones? All right, we're gonna go here and let's go over here and edit this. Oh, you know what? Or let me ask this. When you guys first started doing stones, did you immediately go to the actual like true rhinestone template supplies, or did you guys try out any hacks? That's a better question. Did you go straight to using the actual sublimation supplies, which we have someone here that says sticky flock? Okay. Let's see. More options, share to a group. All right, let me just share this to one more place. And guys, if you have groups that you can share it out to, definitely try. Share it out. Okay. So you went with True Supplies first. So cardstock and flock, glitter cardstock, flock and cardstock for one-use designs. Okay. So sticky flock. All right. So, and then I think this one says rhinestone and glitter flock. All right. So this one, I know, see some people. Have any of you guys done faux stones where you create the template, but you may not use stones? Because it's really good for especially kids, so you don't want to have the stones. So have any of you guys done faux stones? So you went straight to the actual supplies. Okay. And then the last question is, which software are you guys using to design your rhinestone designs? Silhouette Studio sure cuts a lot. Does anyone have the Rhinestone World's Rhinestone Wizard with glitter with glitter vinyl. Okay, faux stones for kids. What material do you use for your faux stones? Right. So while you guys are answering that, I'm just going to go ahead and introduce myself. I tried to give myself a little bit of time here for you guys, for the notification to get out and give you guys time to share it as well. So I know you can't see me. I'm just not camera ready. I actually have a little bit of a headache. But I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365 LLC. We are the parent company of the amazing product line, honestly speaking. So if you have not checked out our website, shop.hsink365.com, definitely check it out because we have some amazing sublimation paper, sublimation ink, we have pigment ink, we have heat tape, and other accessories like chip resetters and color charts. And we do have some digital files on there as well. And that's also where you can enroll in my classes over at 365 Creative Academy. That is another part of our business, as well as Silhouettes Anonymous, where I've been teaching you guys how to design in Silhouette Studio for the past 7 years. If you don't know, with Silhouette Studio, you can use it as a standalone program. You don't have to use any type of machine. Now, I do have 6 of them. I have 3 originals, which are my absolute favorite. My 3s are really my babies. My 2 is really like my favorite, except for the screen. But I love all the other features about it. The 3, y'all know, not really one that I really care for. And the 4 is actually pretty okay. So I have 6 of those bad boys. But you don't have to have a machine in order to use Silhouette Studio. You can use it as a standalone graphic designing software and then take it and send it to whatever cutter you have. So I design in Silhouette Studio for my roll-in. I have a ton of students who design in Silhouette Studio and save the files so that they can use them over in Cricut Design Space. So just think of it no different than like Surecuts a lot, Make the Cut, Illustrator, Affinity Designer, Corel Draw, all of those different things, okay? And if you're interested in really learning the software, head over to our website and scroll on down to our Essentials to Silhouette Studio 30-day training. I break down all of the tools of Silhouette Studio and show you how the tools are, like what their functions are and what their uses are. And then that sets you up for our design classes. All right. So shop.hsink365.com. If you don't know about Silhouette Studio, or if you don't have that downloaded on your computer, you can go over to their website, which is www.silhouetteamerica.com. And you're going to go to software, get software. And I personally prefer the beta version. So if you just hit download, it's going to give you the most current version. I tried it out once before, didn't really work well for me. So they got a lot of bugs to kind of get out of that. And at some point I'll try it again. But as of right now, I use the legacy version. So you're going to go to learn more. And right here in the middle, it says download legacy versions. And you can scroll on down to version 4.3.370. That is my preferred version. And if you have a Windows, I highly recommend downloading the 32-bit version instead of the 64. Even if you have a 64-bit computer, download and install the 32-bit one because you'll have fewer shutdowns. You might still have them, but you'll have fewer shutdowns, especially if you have a really good graphics card and RAM. All right. So 4.3.370. If you have a Cameo Pro, which is a 24-inch cutter, not one of my, highly recommended ones, but a lot of people love it. If you have that, you do have to use at least version 4.4. So one of these 4.4s or the 4.5 has to work for you if you're wanting to utilize the Cameo 4 Pro, which is the 24-inch cutter. All right. But I can do a lot. Like I do pretty much everything with my 12-inch cutters. All 6 of mine are the 12 inches. So that's where you go to download it. Now, in order to use the Rhinestone feature where it will automatically set those stones up for you, you do have to have Designer Edition Designer Edition Plus, or Business Edition. You have to have one of those to have the actual rhinestone tool that we are going to use this evening. You can find that if you go to our website right here where it says Business Edition. If you click on that, this is not a sponsored video. However, this is an affiliate link. If you click on that, it will be no difference in cost to you, but it does help our platform. It's a great way to say thank you because we do receive a small commission. As you can see, to go from the free version to the Business Edition, it's just $50 over on Swing Design. So click on that, go to our site, click on that link, and that will connect it to us if you would like to support our company and our platform. All right, let's head on over into Silhouette Studio, and we're going to get this all set up. I've already cut this because it took about 25 minutes to cut all of these stones out. So I did pre-cut them so that this video wouldn't be like super long. All right. So she says, I have not used a program yet, and I use holographic HTV for faux stones for kids. Now, I like holographic, but to me, the edges of holographic can be, they're almost like sharp to me. I really actually prefer to use glitter because it is still kind of softer. Some people don't like it. They feel like it's heavy. But for me, the holographic one, the edges of it just seem very sharp. And you can feel it when you go across it. So I'm just not one that, likes holographic. I wanted to see if there was anyone else that used it to see what's your thoughts on the holographic HTV. Okay, so we're in Silhouette Studio. When it comes to doing rhinestone designs, it has to be vector. And what that means is when you click on it, you have to have some sort of path around it. If you have just a regular image, you're not going to be able to just put stones on top. So that's even if you have like a JPEG or a PNG and you trace it and trace and detach, once you go to apply stones, it's going to fill that in as one solid piece. It's not going to give you the individual areas. So if you want the individual areas, you have to be able to do a regular trace to isolate those, or you'll have to draw them out manually anywhere where you want the stones to go. Or if you're doing like clear stones on top of an image and you're doing like a print and cut, you can, of course, remove the background and then make a duplicate and use that outline just to fill the stones in so that it just sits on top because it's going to be clear. All right. When it comes to text, here's a little, some of you guys may run into this. Some of you guys may not. Oh, wait, we're going to go back over here and we're going to grab this one. So we're going to copy. Forgot to bring this over here because I don't think this is still, that's no longer in text mode. So what I want to do is apply the stones, and you're going to see what happens when I apply the stone effects. So I'm going to just fill this with color so you can see it better. And I'm going to go to outline. So you see how, actually, I don't know why this one did it like that, but it's not quite giving us what we really need for the outline. If we go to the fill, that one, pretty okay. But once we go back to the outline, it gives us this weird, weird stone pattern. So a little trick that you can do for this is we're going to go back out. We're going to do one of two things. You can either simply put an offset on it. Okay. And you can make it where it's just a little bit bigger so you can take that distance down if you want. So it's still somewhat the same size. And then this will apply like regular stones. Okay. Or you can put a box, like if you want it to be the exact size, you can put a box over it. And then we're going to make it a compound path. And then we're going to release that compound path. Remove the box. And if you had letters that had like internal parts to it, you would select it all after you remove the box and make it a compound path again. But for this one, it's just a solid S. And then we're going to go like that. And see, we now have the outline. So that's a little hack if you've ever run into that issue with your stones not quite filling in, if you ever did text. You can also trace it as well if you wanted it to be the exact size. So we would take this one and then we're going to come over here, going to go to our trace tool, select trace area, place our box, then do a regular trace after we get it all filled in with yellow. So we're going to take our threshold up, do a trace, and then we can fill that in. So all of those options work. It just depends on which method you're more comfortable with. Now, for my rhinestone, I did want my S to be a little bit thicker. So I did an offset to accomplish that. We're going to come over here to offset again, go offset, and I wanted mine to be a little bit thicker. So I took that up, hit apply. We're going to move this out here and I'm just going to make it a different color. I'm going to go with 10SS stone. So you want to select the stone size that you want to use, and then you're going to select how you want the stones to show up, whether it's going to be an outline, if it's going to be a linear fill or a radial fill. So for this, I'm just going to go with a linear fill. And this actually did pretty good this time compared to how my other one came out. But I'm going to still show you some things that you can do if your template is not quite ideal. Now, if you're doing like a lot of letters, it can be a daunting task to go through and fix each one, because you can use like once you release the stones, you can use your alignment tools to help line things up. You can put a freehand stone in there, and then you again use your alignment tool to help line it up. But with this one, although I made it thicker, let's just say I want to have a little bit more definition in the top of the S and the bottom part here, okay? So we're just going to double click. This is going to bring up something that I know some of you guys don't like, which is your edit points. But I'm telling you guys, once you learn edit points, they'll be your best friend. You use edit points in a lot of different things. So it would behoove you to go ahead and learn edit points. We have 2 days of edit points in the 30-day training. So if you can get through that, I'm telling you, you're going to feel so much more comfortable with edit points. Okay. So now we're going to hold down. Okay, so I'm going to add a point like right here. So it's just like regular edit points. You hover it over and it's going to let you add a point. I'm going to hold down shift and drag and select over these points. Ooh, I went up a little bit too high. So let's put one down here, drag and select over just these points. And I'm going to pull this down to round it out so that it can fill in more of like the rounded part of it. So it will adjust the stones. You can go up, or I can click off. I can double click and come on. Get on the edit point, pull that edit point out or over. And that will also help fill stones in places that are missing. So because I want it to be a little bit more defined here, I'm going to select the edit points that are right here, and I'm going to push them up and then add a point and push this one over. So now it has more of a defined tail. So I'm going to do the same thing over here. I actually want to get rid of these points right here. So we're actually, you know what? No, let's add a few more. I think I want to get rid of them. So we're going to just push this up, and I got rid of those, and I still have a curve there. And then up here, we're going to double click. I'm going to select the points that are right here and pull this down some. And see, now it's not so flat and it gives me more of a curve. All right. So it's easy as that. And if you want to add stones in, there's this freehand here. You can click on that and you can add stones. If you feel like there needs to be a few more. And you can always release stones and you can duplicate from there as well. And there we go. I'm actually going to go ahead and make all the rest of these green. I'm going to release these as well so they become full boxes and not just dots. And so here's where I was saying that you can use your alignment tools. So I'm going to take this stone, hold down shift, select this one, and I'm going to align it to the right so that it lines up with this one. We're going to take these two, align it to the left, align it to the right, and then I'm going to select everything that's here and space it and also align to the bottom. So now they're, oh wait, you know what? Actually, I need to move it over some because I'm actually right on top. So I really want this in the middle. So I'm actually gonna tab to where this is in the middle. Same thing with this one. I'm gonna tab it over with my arrow key on my keyboard. All right, let's do it this way. Here's another alignment trick that you can do. So I'm going to make a straight line, which, why is my line not going straight? Oh, my keyboard. Hold on. Oh, goodness. Come on. All right, let's try this again. All right, there we go. Straight line. I'm going to take these two and I'm going to space it. And then we're going to take this one and align it. Okay, so now that's in the center. Same thing with here. I'm going to select them, space it. Okay. And then select them all and space it that way. That way it's in, like it's in the window. Okay. So that's another way that you can adjust your stones. Although I really don't like this one there. We're going to delete you. And maybe even delete that one. Okay. So there's that. Then we're just going to go ahead and group them together. Just like regular HTV, well, for what I use, I will say I've never used traditional sticky flock because I'm not one that does a lot of transfers and templates and things. So I've never felt a need to use sticky flock. So I don't remember if with sticky flock you have to mirror it. So those of you who do it, let me know if you have to mirror for sticky flock because I can't remember off the top of my head. Actually, no, you know what? Scratch that. I've used it once because I got a sample of some, but I really don't remember because that's been years and years and years ago. But because I'm going to use glitter HTV, I still need to flip this horizontally so that it can cut out correctly. Okay, so yeah, she says, no, you don't mirror it. Okay, I couldn't remember, but I'm using glitter HTV, so I'm going to mirror it. Also, for your design, when you do the rhinestones, it needs to be in the size that you want it to be in. If you if you buy like a rhinestone template, if you try to scale it, you're going to stretch the circles. So I'm going to take this one and we're going to make it bigger. Now, this is, of course, the one that I created. So right now it's at 695. This will duplicate and it will look funky, right? Because that's when we release the comp. We release the stones on this. Now, if we take this one and we apply the stones, so it's 457. If you resize it, it's still going to keep 10 SS stones, but the larger it is, the more stones. And sometimes the better it will look because it's going to fill it in better with the stones. So we went from like 400 and something to now we're at almost 1,200 stones because we made it bigger. So before you apply your stones, before you apply your template, you want to size it to the size that you want it to be, and then apply your stone effects, okay? All right. So we're going to move this out of the way. And I put a box here just so that it can cut it off. And it'll, I just basically create a weed box. I didn't have to put the whole box on the whole thing, just as long as it kind of went past the edge, or I could have just used a line. And then I sent this to cut. So with my glitter HTV, I cut this with a blade of 6, a force of 28, a speed of 4. One pass is what I use to cut it on my glitter HTV. All right. So now we're going to head over back to the heat press, and we're going to do the faux one as well as some actual stones. All right. Uh-oh. Hold on one second. Okay. So as I said, I've already cut this out. I had to cut it out because with the number of stones in this, which I'll go back to the file and tell you how many holes it cut, but it took about 25 minutes just to cut this S. I am going to press this out some, just so that it's nice and flat. And I want a little bit more pressure. Okay. All right, so that's nice and flat now. So here, of course, are the faux stones. So it was done with glitter HTV. Now, I had a few people say that, other than using these for the template, right? You're going to use this one. So it's hey, what happened to my stones? Looks like something didn't transfer. Hold on. Oh, no, actually, it's just open like that. That's kind of weird. So some people say they use these for like single-use designs and stuff like that. Any of you guys use this for brushing in stones? So the negative part of it, do you guys use this to brush in stones? Hello over on TikTok. So thrilled to see you after working all week long. Well, hello. Glad to see you as well. All right, so no one has used the negative part to create your template to create a reusable template. No, I haven't tried using the HTV after the use. Okay. Making with Marilyn uses glitter cardstock. Not sure about glitter HTV. Okay. So now with Sticky Flock, The joy of it is it's a really soft material, and I actually watched a video years ago where someone took the sticky flock and they pressed it because it's like HTV. They took actual flock HTV and then they pressed it to 651 so that you can have it be sticky. That's the thing with sticky flock. The front of it feels just like regular flock HTV, but the back of it is sticky because you want it to stick, whether you are putting it like on a metal pen or whatever sheet, whatever hard surface you're going to use for your stones, you want it to stick to it so that it doesn't lift up and your stones don't go underneath. But here's the joy of doing it this way. Especially if it's something where, my S, of course, is just for me. But if I was going to create something, I wanted multiples of them. Maybe you couldn't get your hands on some sticky flock. Or let's say that I wanted to, something like the word joy, if I was putting this on there. Something you're just going to keep reusing. What I started doing a while ago, you can use cardstock. I've used that before. I've put adhesive vinyl, I've put adhesive, so like glue sticks. I've used that on the back to make it stick so that it does not lift up. But one of the things that I love to do is take a piece of cardstock. Once I cut this out and weed it, making sure that everything is intact, I take my my HTV, where did my parchment paper go? I put it to a piece of cardstock and it's going to stick. So cardstock, even butcher paper, and we're going to press this to adhere it to the cardstock. Now I have it where it's not going to raise up, and I have a built-in surface for my stones to kind of go onto. So I'm going to let that cool a little bit. And while this one's cooling, we're going to go ahead and press the stones, the glitter HTV to one side of this. So of course I measured it to get the sizing that I wanted. And I'm going to put this one right here. Just check that. All right. I'm going to fold this up. So I had it there so I know the placement. I'm going to fold it up out of the way. And then we're going to press this for about 12 seconds. So this one, all done. I'm going to flip this back down. This is actually a sublimation stocking, but I don't really like to kind of sublimate to darker, the lighter colors or color ones. So I didn't do this as sublimation, but this was purchased as a actually sent to me from, this was from Sublimation Blanks and More.net. I think now they are.com. A few years ago, I just never got a chance to use it. But that's how that looks, right? And it does have some shimmer to it because it is glitter HTV. Now we're going to take this one. And let me grab my stones. Those are the 16s. Where in the heck did my 10SS stones go? Aw, shoot. Where did my stones go? Y'all know it's not alive with me if I don't lose something. Where in the heck did my stones go? Now, I just had those things in my hand. Oh, here they are. I know I just had them in my hand. And I just got, I'm not big, again, I'm not big on stones. So I just got mine from Amazon. Wait, is this the right one? Because now it don't. Okay, wait. Some of them are going in. I also don't have my. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Okay, they're going in. It just looks weird. But you can. I don't use a lot of stones. They have like a little brush. If you have like the one for edging paint, you can use that as well. I'm gonna try and get these to go in since I don't have the brush and just kind of use my hand to get them to go in. And so if you're just wanting to do, you know, a bling shirt every now and then, and you want to just use the supplies that you have, you don't want to kind of invest in other supplies and just kind of have it in your craft room, you may never use them again. You can use a lot of what you already have in there. And this is going to be harder to brush in. I was looking, you know what? Let's see if I can use one of these because my hand is going to be, nope, that's going to be too rough as well. My hand, like when you have the, I thought I had it here. I guess that's one of the other things that did not make its way over from my house over to the office. I had the little brush thing and I forgot to grab it when I left home. I was just trying to help me here, but my hands are going to make it to where it's going to keep coming up. So I'm going to try to find, let's see if I use this rag. That's going to stick to the glitter HTV, the parts of the rag. All right, so I'm just going to take my time with this one to get it all brushed in. So most of the ones in the middle are in place. It's just a few, but with my hands and me kind of going over it kind of heavy, I keep knocking them out. For those of you that saw me do the Minnie Mouse one, that one I did with regular cardstock. That one was smaller, so I was able to just brush it in. These are proving to be a pain in the butt. Hold on. So this is the one that I did in regular cardstock, and I just taped it down because it was small. And when I did this one, I was able to see that one will go in a little bit easier. And I was able to just brush them in. But with the rougher surface, with my hand, it's taking a little bit longer with this one. It's driving me nuts. All right, come on now, go in there. The ones in the middle are all in. It's these tails that want to act all funky. The middle part is pretty much filled in. All right, let's go over it nice and soft. Be nice little stones and go in your home. Flip. All right. Most of those are filled in. All right, let's see if we start to brush some of these away and see what all we have left to fill in. I had a wax stick coming because I can't find my katana, but Amazon had an issue. And so they said not deliverable for my red stones and my my wax sticks. So I was kind of upset about that. I thought about waiting to reorder it and then doing this on, I think I have Tuesday or Monday. But I already told you guys I was going to do the stones today. So I said we will make do. Come on, now you're being a butt wipe. Now how come the middle wants to behave and all y'all on the outside want to act crazy? The middle is behaving nicely. I'm gonna need y'all to take a page from the middle of the S's handbook, okay? And I'm gonna need y'all to behave. All right. Tweezers. Where are my tweezers? I don't know where my tweezers are, but we're just going to use my weeding tool to knock these in. And what we'll do is answer some questions since I have to do this the hard way. We'll answer some questions. So if anybody has any questions for me regarding sublimation, silhouette, again, I'm not big on stones, but you guys kept asking me about using the Rhinestone template tool in Silhouette Studio. So I just wanted to kind of show it real quick, but I am not a bling person. I have a bunch of them. I keep saying I was going to make myself a bling shirt. Oh, where I got my stones from was Amazon. I like these because they come in different sizes. So all the way from 6, it's like mixed sizes. I want to say it's like from 6 to 30 or something like that. So I just get these from Amazon. And this is all the stones that I have. Again, I'm not a big stone person. You've used heavy cardstock. I would have never ever thunk to do it. I cut a rhinestone design using glitter HT the other day. I'm going to press it to a piece of chipboard. She says, clever. I love that. Awesome. All right, let's see what's happening over here on TikTok. She's like, we struggle to 2K. It's okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The one that you can get from the paint store. I have one, but it's still in my room at the house. Because if you guys don't know, we moved our entire business operation to another location just to give us space for expansion and growth and to be able to have a few more machines. We're going to get a DTG machine, my white toner printer, because we're going to get back into doing customs and fulfilling custom orders. I actually do miss that part of it with the teaching and all of those different things. It made it to where it was really hard to do the customs, but even wants to do more of that now. So I'll design and he will do the production. So it all works out. So we're going to get back into doing some more customs and making it to where I don't have to outsource so much for all of the apparel lines that I white label for, to where we fulfill their orders and then they just, of course, give them to their customers. The DTG machine is going to make that a whole lot easier than always having to order screen print transfers, especially since some of them have a lot of designs and they're moving into more graphic designs. The DTG one is definitely going to be a big help to our operation. All right, so now I'm just moving them. I'm moving a lot of, most of it is filled in. I'm just moving a lot of the stones out of the way. And it's like when I move them, some of them come out. So I'm just trying to be very, very careful. But luckily, this is a one-time thing. But if I had my paint, the edger, it wouldn't be so bad. But I don't have the paint edger. Come on. Move out of the way. Back up. All right, let's see. You are a rogue one. Also, a wax pen would make this so much easier because you can just tap it and pick it up. I cannot find. So you can get regular wax pens. Don't ask me where it's at. But I do have a katana. Just don't know where it is. That thing is also amazing because it has the wax part on one side, and then it does have like a little stick to where you can push and position things. So I do love my crystal katana. I need to go buy a it's like, I know for me, I always need to have backups because I lose stuff. But I was trying to like justify in getting one because I'm like, I don't even do a lot of stones like that, which is why my katana has lasted me a while. Like some people go through a lot of them because as you keep using, like it can wear down. I don't really use mine a lot. So I've had that one for a while now. And I'm like, man, I really don't want to invest in getting two of them because I don't really use them. I'm not big on stones at all. I am not big on stones. You can also do this if you have, like, let's say, scrap pieces of HTV, and like that's all you have. You can still do this. You can also do it with regular, with regular 651, because I mean, even with like smooth one, when you deal with the flock one, it has a little bit, like it's thicker, right? So as you're brushing the stones in, it has like a little lip that's going to basically hug the stones. If you do something that's like flat, I mean, it's not gonna hug it, to help like keep those stones in there. So if you try to use like regular HTV, I would like, I mean, you may end up having to push a lot of stones because it doesn't have like a raised edge to hug the stones. You might be able to like double it up, so that you have like a little lip. But if it's too flat, it's not going to. And I think that's probably, like, looking at it over here, it's actually raised up a little bit more. I probably had too much pressure on the bottom half of it to where it's too flat to really hug the stones as they get swept into the holes. All right, so that bottom half is now done. I still have to do a sub shirt for my brother. So I didn't expect this part to take this long because I still want to go home. I got to finish watching my I'm missing Hallmark. The next movie started at, like, new movie started at 8. Because every Saturday and Friday and Saturday, it's new movies. So I'm missing my Hallmark movies for this year. Because I had to come in here to do this. We went to go see Black Adam today, which is why I'm a little bit later than what I told Gucci I was going to be on, because I completely forgot we were going to the movies. All right. Oh my gosh, come on. Move out of the way. All right. All right, I just brushed all of those stones out of the top. Okay. Okay. I'm going to do half of this because, y'all, I promise you, I want to go to watch Hallmark. I'm only going to do the bottom half of this because, and then I can do the top half. I'll come back in here and I will piece it together. And actually, you know what I'll probably do? I'll use a different color, like use different stones and mix them in. But I really want to get to my Hallmark movie, y'all. That's why I pre-cut it and everything. I didn't think it would take this long. I didn't think it would be this difficult without the paint edger and just using my hand. I didn't think it would take this long. I knew some of them, you know, it's a little bit harder and you have to place some of them by hand. But I wasn't expecting to have to place this many by hand or move this many because they don't want to brush out. And I think part of it is I did press this one a little bit too long and I pressed it a little bit too flat because it's not hugging my stones. So we're going to do half of this just so that you can see it on the stocking. All right. Let's move you out of the way. Yeah. My hand is too rough for this, especially since it's not hugging them. Every time I go over some of them, a few of them come out that I've already set. Get over there. Tweezers would also make this go faster. But of course, I can never find anything. Never can I find anything when I need it. Okay, you're getting on my nerves. Can you just flip? Stop being a butt wipe and just flip. There you go. Thank you for your cooperation. All right. These are in. Oh, come on, Chiquilla. I'm just trying to do the bottom half here. Just work with me. All right. Every time I think I'm done, I find a rogue stone. I need to find my tweezers. I can't do this. This will take forever. Let me look for my tweezers real quick. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Can I get it to brush in with this? Ha ha. Yay. Okay, wait. Where there's a will, there's a way. Now look at that. Using a whole paintbrush. All right. Oh, shucky ducky, quack quack. Look at that. Oh my gosh, you're tripping. Okay. We're just going to brush these out of the way. I just need to have a defined line so that I know where to do the next set at. That's all I'm looking for, is a defined line of stones. Okay, maybe the brush did not. All right. I just need one set of defined lines, people. Just so I know where to do the next set from. All right, we're going to take all of these out. Oh, now you just want to drop in. Thanks. Oh, that doesn't have, oh, that didn't have any hot fix on the back. Like there was no adhesive on the back of that one. Okay. I think that is the last one on that line. I just needed to go in there. I just want to pick these up. All right. I'm going to use my parchment paper to cover up the rest of it, which as soon as I figure out what I do with it. So I'm going to use my parchment paper to cover up the part that I don't want to pick up. That's why I was trying to get one like defined line. And we're going to use our transfer tape. I need to make sure I still have it big enough for the whole thing. So all of these came up. It doesn't stick to the parchment paper because that is non-stick. I'm going to just make sure all of this stays on here. Ooh, I did that pretty good with lining that up. Because I have to make sure that I go down far enough to where the top half will fall into place. And I'll make sure to come back and do the rest and show you guys the finished one once I complete it. No, so the foam doesn't really help that. It's the, so when you do, I'm not sure if you've ever seen flock, which you actually can do this with regular flock vinyl too. I thought this was sublimation. So it's the thickness. So if you've ever seen flock vinyl, it is thicker than, of course, smooth HTV, and even with glitter HTV, it's a little bit thicker. So with that clearance, it will hug the stones to really keep them in place as you brush them in. If it is too smooth and when you brush the stones, they can keep coming out because it's just going to like glide across the surface. But once you have that thicker material and it's in there, it's kind of in there and it'll keep it in place. So this one, I kind of overpressed it a little bit. This has a little bit of a lip, but not as much as the other one, which is why the video that I watched years and years and years ago, they put 651 on the, like they pressed this to 651, took the cover off, and that is true. You don't mirror it because now I remember from that. So they put the 651, like press it to 651. You don't take it off the backing. You cut all the holes out. You peel it up so it'll be the vinyl and the 651. So those two together give you a little bit of lip, but your stones have to have a little bit of lip. So it's not the full S, but you still get to see how it shimmer and shines. And this one has pink flake, like it has pink flecks in it. Let me turn this light off so that you can see how that looks on that color. But I'll finish the rest of it because guys, it has to go on my wall. So that's really pretty on this burlap. Oh, TikTok is gone. I know my phone was dead. All right. I got to take my stones and put them back inside my container. So this is why people can use thick cardstock. I have an old video where I used a manila folder. You can use that as well. And if this really bugged me with this, and let's say like with it being like, I can see in the middle, like those aren't moving. Like they don't move in the middle. It's there. I have enough clearance. It's hugging it. Now the ones down here, well, see now now those are stuck in there. I don't know. Some of them doesn't have a little lip and some of them do. But if I wanted to be really anal about this and give myself a little bit more lip, I could take my crocodile and punch all those holes so that when I brushed it, it was going through the HTV and the paper. Like as far as like the stones will have that much clearance. But I will do this again. Well, I'll come back. I don't do videos on Sunday, but Monday either after or before my actual like day, like my day of doing the, wait, is it Monday? Did I say Monday or Tuesday? Oh, shoot. Imani has surgery. Oh, Lord. I think I mixed my days up, y'all. My kid has surgery on Tuesday. Did I say that I was going on Tuesday or did I say Monday? Oh, Gucci, if you're watching, I may have screwed up. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, no, it's Monday. Whew, thank you, Jesus. Okay, perfect. Yes, because Imani has surgery on Tuesday. Okay. Yes, it is. She says, I'm definitely going to try this flock hack using HTV glitter. because the glitter cardstock didn't work for me, but I'm going to use my brush because these stones can be messy. Yeah, this like I really, really needed my brush. Um, let's see. I do have one, but it's at like so we moved our entire operation moved to another location. And I still have boxes of stuff at the house because I didn't want to bring everything here and try and like maneuver over it because I went pretty much went right back to like doing work. So I just have to take. That's why I said Monday I'll do it because I'll have my brush, and I'll do it on Monday because I'll just take it. Well, I actually took it out of the box, but rushing here, it's on the dining room table. She says, "Oh, you just reminded me. Let me head to Hallmark, man. I for the past like last weekend, actually all week long, I've been straight Hallmark, and every Friday and Saturday, it's a new movie at 8 o'clock. So yeah, you're not you don't need it if you're not going to do it often. Amazon. So the stones and the transfer tape came from Amazon. Now, when I first got it, I'll tell y'all what I did when I wanted when I ordered these and I was looking for materials on Amazon, right? They're going to suggest to you this like black velvety type deal. It's meant to like cover displays for jewelry. Don't do it. My hands were so black. Well, of course, in my like in their defense, I was using my hand to brush it, but my hands and like they turned black because it was like the black velvet stuff, like for the jewelry display. And when you're on Amazon and I was searching supplies, it recommended that. And I'm like, okay, let's see. But because it's sticky on the back. Man, I had black stuff all over my hands. So I don't recommend that. If it's not like the actual sticky flock, you might have, like I said, the one that's like the black velvet, or even I think there's one that's like red, which is for jewelry displays. Don't do it. It's not worth it. And it actually doesn't cut very well. The material is not as stiff as sticky flock, so it has like a little bit of movement to it. So when you're cutting it, it's not like a smooth cut. So I don't recommend that hack whatsoever. I would not even know. I don't know anything about stones. I know like AB stones and what's the other one? The one that what's the expensive one? All those different stone types. I'm not your girl for that. I don't do that part. That's why people like me to teach them about stones. Look, I can never tell you about AB this, crystal this, jelly this. I somewhat know the terms, but to be honest, I don't know like what is what. Swarovski crystals, yeah, like that type of stuff. I don't actually. I think those just come in like regular. Those don't come in hot fix. Yeah, I could not tell you about any of that stuff because I'm not into bling like that. But I know I like shine. That's about it. I mean, when I do use it, I do want it to like shimmer and shine. And I like the color variations of this. Same thing with the ones that fell out in the bottom of this. It's purple, but like it looks purple on here, but when I use these for someone's shirt, like it really wasn't purple on the shirt. Like and when it hit light, they were almost kind of clear. So, but yes, I will finish this and I'll finish it live when I have my brush so you guys can see me brush it in, and we'll finish this side on Monday. All right. But I'm going to get out of here because I'm already, by the time I get home, I'll be an hour late, which is actually not a bad thing because then I'll get to fast forward through all of the commercials. So it's actually not a bad thing that I'm going to be about an hour late because I am recording it and I'll be able to fast forward. She said, Lord, tell me why I ordered that black velvety material you speak of when I first started blinging. I didn't know any better then. Yeah. I just got it because it was like, it came up under the recommendation when I got the transfer tape and the stones. I was like, okay, well, hey, let me try it out because I normally just use a manila folder. That's my go-to is a manila folder. And I said, well, let's try it out. And man, oh man, oh man, that was the worst decision ever. All right, y'all. So I am out of here. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. We're doing personalized clocks with the Crafting Queen. It won't be on my direct platforms. You can find her live, then mine on Monday. Then we have custom stockings on Tuesday with Olivia. And then Wednesday, my girl Ebony, the Unleashed Crafter, is doing some holiday ornaments as well. So that's the first week lineup for that. And just be on the lookout. Gucci will post the second week lineup as well as like each week and each day, whatever. She will post it on the D.I.Y Crafting Network. I'm gonna copy this link and drop it in here. So if you don't find it on Facebook, you can always come back to this one and click on that link to go right to the DIY Crafting Network to check out all of the amazing crafters that will come on between now and December 25th. And if you're interested in being a part of it, just reach out to Gucci Crafts. Might be a little slow with responding because she's easing back into like being on social media, but you can always reach out to her or just send a message to the DIY Crafting Network and we'll coordinate it if you want to be a part of it next year. Or every year we try to do some things throughout the year and for certain like big holidays and stuff. So if you are someone that's interested, definitely reach out, because if we get enough people, maybe we can do this outside of Christmas and maybe do something like for Easter or especially like Mother's Day. Like, well, Mother's Day is at the beginning of the month, but if we do some stuff in April, like leading up to it. So just reach out to us if you are interested. Okay. All right, y'all. Don't forget to visit our website, shop.hsink365.com. That is where you are going to find all of our amazing, incredible sublimation products. Again, we carry sublimation ink, sublimation paper. Our sublimation paper is game changing. It allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. If you've never tried our paper, oops, I clicked on the wrong one. If you go up to the top and go to the sample ones and add it to your cart, you can try out our sample packs. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go here. And that's 100 sheets. Fast dry sample packs. And we only sell the sample packs in 8.5 by 14, 11 by 17, because it's just for you to try it out. If you add it to your cart, I have this one, so you can't combine codes. So there, it will take off. It takes off because I have two here, so it's going to split it. I think it takes off like $6. Let me see. Hold on. If we go here, take that one off. Yeah, it takes $6 off of your total. So if you just get one, the 11 by 17 will end up being $3, and the 8.5 by 14 will end up being $1 to try out the paper. You can only do it for one. You can't use it, and you can't use the code more than once. So you can try it out if you've never tried out our paper before, and you just pay shipping and handling. All right. All right, y'all. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.